This is Don the Diecast Pirate, and today we're going to take parts of what was left of these two cars and turn it into something special. This is for the Diecast Mafia February Invitational. The Diecast Mafia is Somo Diecast, 2A HD Cat, Matchbox Mark, and OPA. So we're going to take this car and turn it into the Bullitt Mustang. So stick around. So I'm using the Highland Green that I found at splashpaints.com a couple years ago, and this is what we're going to put on it. I should add that I'm spraying this at about 22 psi. It doesn't really say on here, but that's what my compressor was, the airline pressure was set at. The last thing that I sprayed through it was this stuff before I got it back out again. And this is airbrush ready. I don't have to add anything to it. What I'm using to mix my paints now is this thing that's made for like nail polish and whatnot. It works really good to really get that paint mixed up good. That is such a pretty color, and that might be more than I need for this, but you know, hey, we'll find out, huh? That came out much better than it did the first time. Originally, I got these green light wheels on a wheel pack, and I was going to paint the centers. A week or two ago, I found these, and I went ahead and got some. And these have the same exact wheels in there, but they're already the torque thrust that already have the gray painted in. So I'm going to use these on this car. Also, now, I don't remember what I filmed before. I don't remember showing this in a video. I hollowed out the grill because, if you remember, the Bullitt Mustang did not have the factory grill in it, and I got this stuff, and I don't remember what this is. It's some kind of netting, and I'm hoping that I can cut a piece and put it back in there, and it'll look okay as a grill. But we'll have to see how that goes. I did detail. Now this is the normal axle tube thing, which I bought the tubing from Hobby Lobby and cut it to fit, and super glued and baking soda in there. On the bottom, a couple of spots of paint did come off, but I'm not going to repaint this. And I detailed the back of it. What I ended up doing on the first paint job is I was like, what happens if I put, you know, bear or the Molotov pen, and I like did this body line here and that, and then I don't remember what all I did, but it looked horrible. Okay, so I had to strip and repaint it, so that's why. But it did come out much better the second time, although I am seeing some light spots. But you know, this is part of the learning process too. Up to this point, I've painted this car twice. I've painted Ramblin' Wrecker twice, and I painted my 55 subscriber special twice. So far, I've done 6 paint jobs on these. So it's a learning process. It might be better if I had practiced and practiced and practiced first, but you know what? I want to share the experience with you guys. So I kind of wanted to go back to where this car started from before we do the reassembly. This body came with this plastic base attached. And you can barely make out there where it used to say Hot Wheels and it says Mustang Stocker. So that was a black wall with a plastic base, and then I got this one with as a metal base, and it's a black wall. And I also have this chrome, another one with a metal base, and it's a black wall as well. So this is the metal base that originally started with this body. This one, that's a Redline, and it was originally a yellow car. And this is what really gave me the idea, was seeing this green car. And I was like, well, this was a Redline. I'd rather just restore this to what it was. I do have decals for that, so we'll do that at some point. I bought replacement glass for it. I was going to use the clear one because the Bullitt Mustang obviously had clear windows. This piece on the back where it attaches to the interior being broke off, that's fine, but there's some cracks in it. And my other option is I have these two blue ones, which, you know, I got as replacements for those other cars, but then I got both of these. I might see if we can use that one. That's pretty bad. That'd look horrible. I think this is the best option, even though the back window's blacked out. I mean, after all, it's just a Hot Wheels car. But I started this about the time that the original movie car, the owner came forward and said he had it and revealed it to the public, was about the time that I started collecting diecast cars again back in 2019. I gotta get the interior cleaned up and get some assembly going on, get stuff cleared up out of the way, and we'll be back. So this is, I didn't show it in my first restoration videos, the quick shine, pour shine. Then this is what I'm using because, as I said in that video, that's what everybody was using, this type of stuff, and so that's what I have. There were some scratches on there. I went ahead and polished that up with a 12,000 grit sanding pad and some flits. Wick away the excess. Let it sit for a bit in that dish. Get that covered up before it causes problems there. There we go. There we go. Alright. I just remembered why I started covering the whole car almost with the Molotow, is because, and I'll have the pictures of the original car, it had the chrome trim along the bottom, and I wanted to recreate that. So we'll just put that detail back on. I think it did have, it may have had chrome trim around this detail on the side, but I don't want to do that because when I did it the first time on this car, it didn't look right. So here it is, guys. The iconic Bullitt Mustang, revealed in all its glory. So, the Bullitt Mustang was revealed in 2018. Back in 2019, I had been reading the story and watching videos about it online, and I was fascinated with the car. Even though I have never watched the movie, I really wanted to build this car. I watched all these other guys, you know, making videos of diecast cars, and nobody had done it. And I was like, I want to do that. Okay, and we'll get it up here on the turntable in a little bit. And I was trying to look up the story a little bit about the car. It sold in January 10th of last year, 2020, for a record price of $3.7 million. Okay. After the movie was done, the car was sold, and the guy that bought it made it their family car. And it got to the point where it was too small, and it got put in the garage, and eventually the dad passed away and the son had it, and he wanted to reveal it, but he didn't want to reveal a broken down car, so he worked on it himself, and everything on the car was original except for the front valance, which he had to replace. I don't know how if you can see that the front valance, that piece there. So if you see pictures of the car at the reveal, that piece is in fresh paint where the rest of it isn't. And that's also kind of why I wanted to just go with the bare paint and not the clear coat, because the car wasn't in mint condition. It was in as used condition. So going along with the story of the car and how it was revealed at the same time that they revealed the new version of the Bullitt Mustang being released by Ford, just to imagine that we just finished repairing the car, doing a refresh on it, somewhat restoration, and we loaded up on a trailer, and I'm sure it was shipped on an enclosed trailer. So we're going to load it up on our trailer here and take it to the auction for the reveal. By the way, I'm pulling it with this is a 2015 Chevy Silverado with a car trailer, which I bought because I happen to drive a 2014 Chevy Silverado, but I couldn't find one the color that I have, and I couldn't find a 2014, so this is what I bought. So let's get this guy up on the turntable and take a look at it. This thing would not turn so fast. Slow down there. Give him a good look at it, will you? I wonder if we can turn one of these lights off. How does that work for you guys? Oh, look at that paint shine. That's a little better. Let's angle that away. There we go. What do you think, guys? There it is. The iconic Bullitt Mustang. One of the most fabled movie cars of all time. I think I did it justice. What do you guys think? Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Click that bell for notifications, and leave a like while you're at it. See you next time. Noisy cat.
He is.